We're asked to focus on the underlined portion, but remember, you got to read everything because they're going to set you up in certain ways. There's ideas we need, context we need. So the Bayeux Tapestry from 11th century France depicts 75 scenes over 250 feet of fabric. It was likely produced by workers embroidering in sections and then joining the resulting panels together. It's plausible that the workshop that produced the tapestry had never produced one so large, and some researchers claim that a close examination of the joins, the places where the panels are stitched together, suggests that the workers developed and refined their joining process over the course of production. So, I don't know, nothing really so far has struck me, right? They did it in sections, they had never produced one, and we have evidence of that because they're refining their process over time. For example, okay, well, it's probably an example. The first join the workers completed exhibits a clear misalignment of the borders of the two panels, whereas the later joins are virtually invisible. I love it when the underlined portion just kind of tells me, right? The dumb summary is, it's an example of something they already said. Let's see if there's a choice that kind of matches that. It identifies the people and events depicted in the Bayeux Tapestry. Turn that into a question. Who are the people depicted? What are the events depicted? It depicts 75 scenes. Scenes of what? I don't know. So it does not identify the people and events. I don't know them. I can't tell you what they are. B, it supports an argument about the workers who produced the Bayeux Tapestry. Well, what do examples do? Examples support arguments. So maybe, what is the argument, right? So you notice how I keep asking questions. The argument is that they refined their process over time, and it supports that by saying that one of the joins is good and one is the earlier ones are bad. So okay, maybe. Let's look at C. It compares the Bayeux Tapestry with other tapestries. No, it does not. That word other should always scare you when it appears in answer choices because we are not usually going beyond whatever the topic is in the passage. So it's kind of a comparison word. It makes me nervous because, we're not talking about any other tapestry. So boom, gone. D, it describes how researchers determined where the Bayeux Tapestry was produced. Well, I love, again, turning choices into questions. How is a question word, so it's very easy to do that here. How did researchers determine where the tapestry was produced? I don't know. I mean, it says that Bayeux, but I don't even know. This has nothing to do with that. I don't know how they knew it was there. They just said it earlier on. So why does the fact that some of the stitching is good and some is bad, why does that tell me where it's from? I have no idea. So this, again, is a question that I can't answer by going to that underlined portion and pointing to things. Whereas B, I can, right? It supports an argument about the workers. So how does it support them? By providing an example. What is the argument? I had to go out to the previous sentence, but this is why we have to read the whole passage, is that underlined portion is being discussed in context, and we need that whole context. And sometimes we are going to have to point to stuff outside of the underline to justify what the underline is doing. But that doesn't bother me at all. None of these other choices had anything I could point to justify them. And so, that strategy of kind of asking questions about the choices is much better because the actual question that we're given is so vague, right? What is the function of the underlined sentence? Like, that's open-ended. It's vague. But the answer choices are giving us much clearer things to ask ourselves. And there's going to be one thing where you ask the right question, and then the answer is something you can just point to without having to think. That's a really good sign you've got the right answer.